Hey guys, it's Jeannie here. I want to go ahead and do this quick video just to kind of let you guys know what happened. I wanted to go ahead and upload a video for you guys, and I did a tutorial on this makeup look, which was kind of inspired by this Harley Quinn makeup. Now, obviously, it's not like hers, but I did use some blue and I did use the burgundy shade. And so I wanted to go ahead and show you the tutorial, and just to show you that I'm not lying, guys. I promise I was doing that. And for some reason, it just,
So I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. This
my
is my
phone
sleeve
just
and my
kept
Stila.
cutting off.
This is
And,
Spirit palette. So
um,
yeah, I'm wearing
yeah,
my Harley
I
Quinn shirt
deleted a
today.
bunch of,
Yeah, I know I've worn it before, but
videos and stuff, and it didn't want to record the whole video. So I was like, "Oh, how am I going to upload this thing?" So anyway, I want to go ahead and let you guys know that, but also to kind of just chit chat with you guys. I know I don't do a lot of these videos, but I want to go ahead and share some stuff with you and stuff. Um so yesterday, what happened, okay, it was a little crazy yesterday here at home. So I dropped off my husband at work and stuff, and well, this has already been going on for like 2 days. There's been like this really weird like smell in my car, and I've been like, what is that smell? It smells like something like dirty water, like a mop, like a dirty, old, smelly, wet type of a thing, right? And I know we've been to the beach, and I know we brought everything down or whatever. And so I was like, there's a smell, there's a smell, there's a smell. And my husband was just like, I'll check later, I'll check later. And I was like, you need to check because it smells really bad and I can't stand this. And so anyway, so I went around, after I dropped everybody off. I dropped my kids off at school, I dropped off my husband at work. I came home and I started checking my truck, and I was like, what is that smell? And so our truck has like these little compartments that you open like at the bottom, like where your feet sit. So I went ahead and opened those, and in one of them there was like two containers of water, like like those little sippy cup, well, not sippy cups, but like the little cups that they give you like when they give you a kid's meal, something like that. And I was like, why would these things be here? But I smelled them and it didn't smell weird. I smelled the compartment and it didn't smell weird. So I go to my son's side, and on my son's side, my husband had like some cables, like like to jump the jumper cables. So he had some of those, and they looked kind of weird and kind of rusty. And I was like, okay, but the smell was coming from there. And I know my son had dropped some water in there a while back, but there was no water in the little like the container where the cables were. And I was like, what is that? It was like, it smelled so bad in there. So I took them out and I started cleaning everything or whatever. And the smell just wouldn't go away. I'm like, oh my God. Like, and I checked the back and I checked the compartment in the back and everything. There was some clothes and stuff, but it wasn't like anything nothing smelled in the back. It was just that specific part. And so I was like, oh my gosh, like I was driving to go pick up my kids, and I was like with the windows down. I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope people don't smell it. I didn't have any perfume to put or anything. And I was like, ah. So anyway, so I went to go pick up my husband, and so we have to wait for like about 45 minutes outside while my husband gets out because I don't want to have to come back home and then go pick him up. So anyway, so we were waiting in the car, and I was like, I really can't stand this smell. I had the air conditioning, it was just making it worse. I had the windows down and it made it better, but it was like super hot. I kept seeing my daughter's like hair. It was like all like she was like all sweaty and stuff, and I was like, I felt bad for her. So I would pick it up and then I would bring it down like the windows and stuff, and I was like like, oh my gosh, like I just can't stand the smell. Like my head was hurting, and I was like, oh, like I can't. So when we came home, I just kept complaining about it. And my husband, like, you know what? I'm just going to go to the store. I'm going to buy some stuff. We're going to clean the carpet. We're going to clean up everything. And so that's what he was doing or whatever. So I was cooking, and I was like making fideo for him, and I was making beans. And I was like, because I felt really bad because it was hot outside and he was like all having to clean and stuff. And so I was like, I might as well cook something good for him or whatever. So anyway, so he's like, I found the problem. And I'm like, what was the problem? And so he said that there was the compartments that opened that had the cables in there. So he says that container that's inside that holds the stuff or whatever, there was nothing there because I cleaned it down with wipes. And so anyway, so then he he said he had to take it out and that there was a bunch of water sitting there. Like, so when my son and my daughter probably dropped the water in the back, like, cause I usually take like a gallon of water, like, around, because I always drink a lot of water and so do my kids. And so when they spilled it, it actually went underneath, which I thought was weird because I would think it would be sitting there like where the cables were, but it wasn't there. I didn't know that that compartment actually took off. So anyway, so my husband's like, I gotta clean it. And it's like my daughter had some on her side too, but it wasn't even that much. He said it was all on my son's side. So that water had been sitting there, and I guess that's why it was smelling so bad and stuff. So yeah. Anyway, while all of this was going on, another drama was happening inside my house. Um, so I was like, we were eating, and I was actually, we had already finished eating. Did we? Uh, no, we were doing homework. We were doing homework, and my daughter, she was just sitting there, whatever. She got up. She went to go do something. I don't know if she went to the restroom. I don't know what. She went to go do something. And I was thinking, I really want some new couches. I don't know why I was thinking that, right? I really want some new couches, but the kids are still young and they just jump around all over them. They don't take care of anything. So, no, I shouldn't. My couch has a little tear here from, because they're kind of like that, vinyl, or like, I'm not sure if they're leather. I don't even know. So anyway, so they have a couple of tears in them, and I haven't been able to replace the cushions and stuff. So I was like, anyway, so I was like thinking, man, like, because my chairs are kind of the same way. They're kind of like, they're like this, they're like this. And so I was like, my chairs are so pretty. Like, they've actually taken care of them. I'm like, I wonder if I could trust them if I bought some new couches. And so I'm like thinking this stuff, right? And then all of a sudden I look down and I look at one of my chairs and I'm like, what is that? And so I start looking at it, and it's like broken, like broken leather. Like, yeah, it looks like kind of like it's got like, yeah, it looked like broken. It looked like cracked. Like when it's like old, you know? I don't know if you guys know. But anyway, so it looked like that, right? And I was like, why are my chairs like this? And so then I like look at all my other chairs. Well, actually, no, I looked at two of them and I'm like, why do they have holes in them? Like they had like a little hole right here, but it was the seat part, right? That was kind of, it was more messed up. And so my daughter comes back and I'm like, who did this? And then she was like, I don't know, Mom. And I was like, who did this? And she's like, I don't know, Mom. Maybe it was my brother Remy. And I was like, Remy? Why would you say that? And she's like, because I don't know. Maybe it was him. I saw my brother with a fork, and my daughter's like, she's 6 years old, right? She just turned 6. But she was very detailed about the situation. She's like, maybe it was with a fork, I don't know what. And I was like, with a fork? And then she's like, yeah. But she had this face like she was guilty, right? I don't know why my face looks kind of like darker. It's just the lighting, guys. I'm sorry. It's the lighting. Don't think my foundation's all weird. See, I match. It's just the lighting. Anyway, so I'm telling her, how do you know it was your brother? And she's like, I don't know, Mom. Because, and then she starts giving me details. She's like, because the other day I saw Remy with a fork and I don't know what. And I was like looking at her and I'm like, I know she's lying to me, but I called my son, and my son was outside with my husband cleaning the truck or whatever. And so I call him over and I'm like, Remy, did you do this to my chairs? And he's like, no, I didn't do it, Mom. And I was like, are you sure? Because Rihanna's saying it was you. That's not true, Rihanna. It wasn't me. Blah, blah, blah. And my daughter's over here like, she's like, well, Remy. And I was like, I went to all the other chairs because I have like 6 chairs. I have 2 right here in our office. Like this is mine, and my husband has one. And then because it's too cluttery and there's only 4 of us, so I brought 2 of them over here. So 3 of them were messed up. The other one wasn't. It was just 3 of the chairs. And so I was like, who did this? And my daughter was like, she's like looking down and she's like with a little face like this. And I was like, was it you, Rihanna? Did you lie to me? Did you lie about your brother doing this? And she's like, yes, Mommy. And I'm like, why would you do that? And she goes, because I was angry. And I was like, And you did that with the fork, Brianna? Really? I was like so upset, guys, because she said she was angry at me, and because I had gotten after her over I don't know what, and so she said she took a fork and she just started like doing that to the. But first she said she thought she said she didn't know it wasn't a toy, which I don't believe. I think she was upset and she was probably doing that or whatever, or maybe she was just bored and she just started doing it. Toddlers, they do really weird stuff. I know, like my kid, like Remy, when he was younger, he actually took a marker, like a Sharpie, and he just wrote all over my couch. And I was like, what the heck? I had just bought those couches. And I didn't know any better. So I tried taking it off with some kind of a chemical, and then it ended up turning white. And I was like, really? And so, if I would have known, would have done some research instead of just freaking out about it. And just calm down and actually think of doing some research on it. I would have, probably tried that magic eraser if I would have known better. But anyway, so that happened with my son, and then my daughter did this, and so I was like, oh my gosh! Like I gave her the biggest lecture, and I did spank her in her hand because that wasn't right what she did. But I was like, oh my gosh! Like I was so like these kids, like all in one day, guys. I was just drained. I was drained from all that. My husband was like gonna lose it. He was actually gonna get one of her dolls and break it. I'm like, no, two wrongs do not make a right. So don't do that. I mean, I did take away some of her stuff. I did take away her dollhouse. So she thought I was gonna break her dollhouse because I said, bring me your favorite toy. And she brings me some raggedy toy, and I'm like, no, that is not your favorite toy. And I knew what her favorite toy was. It was her dollhouses. And she didn't want to bring them. And so when I made her bring them, she's like, you're gonna break them. And I'm like, I'm not gonna break them, but I am gonna. Sorry, guys. My husband installed some notification as a frog because he knows I like frogs. So that was really random. I'm sorry. So anyway, so yeah, so she brought the two doll houses that she had, and I made her put them in my office. And I was like, you're not playing with these. You're not playing with your Wii, and you're gonna be grounded for the week. And she was just crying and crying and crying, and but I mean, she needs to learn. But I just wanted to go ahead and share that because I just wanted to let you guys know how crazy it was yesterday. But on a good note, I did post pictures of the fideo that I made, and apparently I didn't know how many people like fideo, man. I guess it's a comfort food, or maybe it's some Mexican type of thing, because I mean, I'm Mexican. I really like fideo, but I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but I mean, I make some pretty good fideo, and my husband was like all like scarfing it down. Like I was like, okay, calm down, and he was all like, um, that's the only thing I don't know how to make. I don't know how to make fideo, and so I started telling him or whatever, and it made me feel good that he was enjoying his food. But thanks for all the love on that picture, guys. I didn't know you guys enjoyed eating fideo that much, so. Anyway, it was really, really good. I made some fideo, and if you guys want to see a video of how I make it, I can do that. If you guys are interested in me doing that, go ahead and comment down below and let me know. But yeah, so anyway, so I made a quesadilla. I made a tortilla. I put some white mozzarella cheese on there, and then I just toasted it up in the pan, and then I made the fideo, and then I made some beans, and then we had a Fanta. My husband had gone to the store when he went to go buy all the carpet supplies to clean my truck and everything. He bought a Fanta, the manzanita, which is one of my favorites. And then I had some salsa that when we went to go eat at Antojitos Mexicanos, I went ahead and used one of those salsas. So it was really, really good. Me personally, I love the green salsa, and I'm not a fan of the brown ones and the orange ones. I don't really like those. My husband really likes those. I'm always up to the green one. The green ones are my favorite. So anyway, guys, I wanted to go ahead and share that with you. Let me know if you guys have had some crazy moments with your kids, because I know I'm not the only one. Please tell me I'm not the only one. But yeah, it would be fun to kind of share some of those crazy moments with your kids. I know it's been really crazy for us lately, but I mean, they're children. We have to forgive them. They make mistakes, and we move on. But Yeah, at least I have three that are okay. I have this one, I have the one and the other one in my office, my husband's side, and then I have one more that she didn't. You know, two of them are kind of bad. The other one is still. But guys, I mean, we wasted so much money trying to get these things, and then for them just anyway, whatever. We should have been materialistic, right? But anyway, guys, I want to go ahead and share this little story time. This little story time with you guys. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed sharing it, even though I didn't enjoy it at the moment. I was a little upset about it, but I'm okay now. I love my kids, and I mean, they're gonna make mistakes, and I know I made plenty probably when I was a kid, so I kind of just let it go. But anyway, I want to go ahead and share this with you guys. Hopefully, you guys share some stories with me. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.